So let's take a look at how we can simplify some components about cybersecurity. Right here, we have all of our teams. We have a status. We can see at a high level what the impact is, what the multi-status is. So we see somebody over here has got a phone call. What's going on with that phone call? We can dig into that later. What systems they're working on, what people are on the team. Let's take a look in here. We see that the cyber defense analyst is responsible for these things plus two more. And we don't know necessarily about that control, how it was configured, or the history behind it. So dig into that. We have a description of the control, the discussion. So if even if I don't know about this control, I have somewhere to look up some authoritative references. There's no related controls, so I don't need to look anywhere else in the organization's documentation. I could see that I could upload a file if I had evidence or some sort of information. I can change the status. Let's move this to selected. We're going to make this a medium priority, and it's selected. We just updated. We're going to define our requirements, estimate, design, implementation, project timeline, responsible team members. Then we can even understand if there's exceptions across our organization, create a ticket number for that exception that's being processed, and that exception will then be mapped to the entire risk register. We can manage the exception for the control group so we understand what part of the cybersecurity framework we're impacting with an exception to our security process. We can plan our exception duration so it's easy to plan, schedule, coordinate with our project management, Scrum, Agile, our leadership, whatever that is. We need to define the impact to the process. We've pushed that there's no exception required, so we're going to put there's low or no impact to the process here. We're just going to leave that blank. We can define who's responsible at the high level components. If you don't know if you're assigning the responsibility to the right team, you go in and then you can read about that team, what they do, who's on the team, and the work they're already responsible for.